Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling podcast. I'm your host, Chris Pierce, joined by my co-host, as you see his name there today, Ernest Gonzalez. Today is August 28th of 2025, and yeah, we got some interesting things to talk about. Literally going to be the format of the show is Ernest has something to bring to the table. I have something to bring to the table, and it's going to be like our topics of the week each week. Um, now that we've been on YouTube for a minute, but we don't want to like double dip on things. Like like just promoting it here. I have a Liza P Overture review. I don't need to take a whole lot of time of that here. There's a whole video on that right now. Ernest has we have multiple reviews and whatnot, but Ernest had posted, we do daily videos of gaming news each day, and
All the
Ernest
gaming news.
all the gaming news. And Ernest
All of
just
it.
uploaded it earlier today. And the biggest things to go over are we finally got more information on Judas, the game coming from the creator of BioShock. You see it in those trailers, but looks very promising and a lot of information there. As well as there's more coming from the Claire Obscure universe and then a number of other things. So please go check that out, whether it be TikTok, whether it be YouTube, X, Blue Sky, or of course on the tubes here. If you're here already, just stay where you're at, man, and we're gonna have a good time.
Are we
Uh,
on Blue Sky?
we are well, so I posted it on my
I don't
page, but
even know.
yes, yes.
I didn't even know we were
There's
on Blue
no
Sky.
there's no like life
That's
of
awesome.
storytelling page, but I posted on my thing.
That's a good
Um,
thing. That's a
but
good thing. I like it.
yeah, they for what it's worth, screw you, X. They let you have like an extra sentence worth of characters in Blue Sky because X is just they just want your money, bro. They just want your
Yeah.
money.
You better
So
pay for those extra characters.
you do have to. That is 100% because when you go over, they give you the option. I'm like, okay, all right,
That's
Elon.
hating. That's hating.
Like definitely go check out our stuff. We are very much available for any type of feedback. We love to hear back from y'all, whether you're giving us opinions, whether you're giving us thoughts, or even an emoji, whatever. I don't. Some people do it, whatever.
Do it. Do
But
it.
we would appreciate on Apple and Spotify. There's a spot on there to do reviews. Of course, there's just the simple star system if you just want to do that. Or again, we want feedback. We want to know what you like, what we're doing, if you like what we're doing, whatnot. Because we enjoy doing this. We're just two dudes, just two best friends, podcasting, nerding out, looking to just make our way through all this. And what is this? The world, life. So, all the hearts there, except for you, X and Elon Musk. But
Son of a bitch.
son of a bitch. But we have fun here. We're just nerds. We are primarily a gaming podcast. You will see us branch out to some other things here and there. Man, K-pop Demon Hunters is popular right now, huh? But yeah, we appreciate any and all feedback. Please give us a holler wherever you can, even if it's just a like, a share, repost, whatever. We love you. We
Put
love
an
you.
eggplant in the comments.
You can. You sure can. You can
Do
put
it.
multiple, and we'll be like,
You
is he trying?
should.
Is it a bunch of them, or is he trying to tell us they're all just one long one? And we'll have an episode about that.
Mhm.
But
Tune in
as
next week.
tune in next week, the
Yeah.
eggplant extravaganza. Um, but let's see the best way to go about this, because again, like I said, Ernest is going to bring something to the table each week. I'm going to bring something to the table each week. Sometimes maybe we'll just cover something from the news that like we didn't
Table
really get to get
bringing.
into. Or we're gonna have to come up with something just all on our own, which is kind of what we did today. Ernest is kind of like a topic within like a game that we're gonna be playing here. He's got 10 games for me. But Ernest, I'm gonna let you take it away, man. What are we gonna be doing here?
Right, naming off 10 games, and Chris is going to say if he would like a reboot, which is going to be like another story in that universe, a
Okay.
remaster, just upping those graphics, maybe some quality of life stuff, and bringing it back to a new console PC
Oh yeah.
nowadays, right? Using today's technology. A sequel, if we should leave the original story alone and get a
Move
game that's
forward.
following up on that story,
Okay.
or just leave it as the standalone that it is. So that
Okay.
franchise is good and we don't need to add to it.
Okay, man. Well, let's
Okay.
like those are the rules. Let's get the first one out of here so we
Reboot,
can see how this all
remaster,
goes.
sequel, and leave. So,
Okay.
number one, Chrono Trigger.
Okay. As somebody who has not played it, I'm gonna say remastered. Because from what I understand, that narrative is already great.
Hmm.
The people that I've heard say like it's overhyped or whatever, like they're newer to it. I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to you. I want to try, I want to experience it for myself. I mean, it's a classic for a reason. Um, like I would even take a port, like I would just port it to fucking Switch, bro. It's
Just
available
be
on
just to
Steam.
be able to play it,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I bought it on my phone, but it's hard for me to like want to stay on my phone for that.
It's tough. It's
Yeah,
tough. And
yeah.
then when once a charger is plugged in, it just I don't want to hold it. I don't want it in my
Right.
hands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for
It's just
sure.
different. It's different. But I'm curious, what do you think on
So
that?
like
Remaster
like a
for
2D HD remake. I think this is
yeah,
what I think as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's like the standard answer for that. Like it's like it's good, but that's the thing. It's the thing people want. It's the thing people want. So like, yeah, I would absolutely love the HE2D remaster of that. That'd be awesome.
Okay. And I agree with you for
Okay,
sure.
there we go.
All right. Next up, Devil May Cry,
Sequel.
a sequel.
Sequel. No,
So
no, no, no.
six.
Six. I want
You
Devil May
want
Cry
six.
6. I have asked for Devil May Cry 6. I need Devil May Cry 6. They have already tried to reboot Devil May Cry. And it looks like it was made by somebody who really likes Hot Topic. It's I like it. For the record, I liked it. I did not hate it. And like it ended on a tease of like, oh, what's gonna happen? We're gonna leave it alone. Um, Devil May Cry 5 was so good, so much fun. The anime is so big right now. Obviously,
Yeah.
not K-pop
So
Demon
good.
Hunter's big, but it's good. It's big. We
Chill, chill,
already,
chill.
but we have a season the season two trailer already out. Um, it's very much goes back to what I was saying with our Fallout conversation either last week or the week before. You're leaving money on the table if you don't have something right there for you. Like Devil May Cry 5, a boost in sales because that's the newest thing, obviously. I'm pretty sure it's also on the PlayStation subscription, and or at least it
Yeah.
was during the Netflix thing. I don't know if it is still now, but people were on it. People were on it. It got people like you to try out the trilogy.
Yeah, I played the first one.
You played the
Yeah.
first one. Fill
Yeah.
your soul with lights.
It's so
Yeah.
good, dude. It's so good.
Do
Oh
not remake
man.
that. Leave it as it is, you bastards.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Because
Um,
we start there, you move to where we are now. But yeah, I want a sequel. I want to see.
I want to say for me,
Uh-huh.
I would like a reboot. That would be cool. And
No,
then,
fuck
well,
you.
you correct. Well, because I could just hop in there and be
Oh,
good.
I
You
understand
know,
that.
we're just
I
starting
totally
at the
get that.
beginning.
Yeah.
But that's just like laziness on my part. I should, no matter what, go back and play the rest of the games. And I
Go play the
plan to.
reboot right
I
now.
did.
It exists.
I started with one to continue and play the others and work
Right.
up to, like these characters that are in this one and stuff like that. So in this one being the anime,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's totally just laziness on my part. But
I get it though.
correct me if I'm wrong. They got the director from left Capcom, didn't he?
He's gone. Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
that makes
So
those games.
that's the
Okay,
unfortunate thing. Regardless of rebooting, remaking, sequel, whatever, we get Devil May Cry something. Our original guy, I think it's Hideaki Anno. I want to say it might be his name. Because I remember covering his leaving because he announced his
right.
departure on like a Saturday morning, and that just happened to be my news day.
Wasn't
And
even
I
a
was like, "Oh,
work
there's
day.
not usually news on the day. All right,
How
let's
you
go."
gonna quit on your day off, bro?
But I
Damn.
will say he's announced he's with a new studio, and he's getting to do his own original AAA game that he's working on right now, which is, I mean, that's exciting as hell.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And because new IPs, fuck yeah.
absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
okay, this next one, I believe we might have discussed it before, but it
Probably
was a
not on
long
video.
time ago if we did.
Yeah,
Spore. Do you know of the game
we have
Spore?
not talked.
We have not talked about
So
Spore.
you and me have talked about Spore, not podcast wise.
No, not podcast wise.
No,
Yeah, but like
yeah.
we've
Because
talked about
you're a
Spore
fan of it.
before. Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess reboot because I just have no interest in that game.
No, man, I think that
I
that
would have to see
concept is
something
so
new.
cool. Like,
Yeah,
because you start as like a microorganism and
yeah,
you just like work your way up into like being, you like make a species and
yeah.
then you like learn stuff. You go from like being a spore to like a whole civilization and stuff.
I
And like
see.
the whole process of that is crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
you know? And it was a really goofy time, you know, because all the species that
All
you
of
put
those
together, they can have
microorganisms.
like
Yeah,
multiple legs or multiple arms and things
right.
like this, and like two heads and shit. So
Mm.
like I had a really good time with that. I believe I played it on my E Machines computer back in the
Oh, there you
day.
go. I was
Yeah.
gonna say there's a
Shout
game
out to
similar
E
to that.
Machines.
It doesn't go back as far because you started as a monkey, but it's called. I want to say it's called Humankind, something like that,
Yes,
or it might be.
that looks really cool too,
I own it.
honestly. And you're going, do you?
I do.
Do you? Okay. Okay.
But you
I've
started
seen
as a
it. It's on
monkey, and
the
through failing and
subscription.
whatnot, you evolve and learn. I don't know if it goes all the way to you like evolving and becoming a human or whatever, but it's a neat idea.
I've watched that trailer a
Yeah.
lot of times. Yeah, like the first one swinging and then like doesn't make it to a branch and just like
Right.
splat, right? And
Yeah.
then it shows them like, so many years later, a century
Right.
later or something like
And
that.
it's a
Yeah.
really it's a very interesting way to go about like your whole like RPG skill tree because it's essentially
You
made
know
up of your
what?
failures and what you've learned.
That's on my radar now. That's on my radar now.
Okay.
But yeah, I would want to reboot as well, just because I do love the concept. It's so
The concept
cool.
is cool. 100%.
And I mean, there's a way, even if it came back and it was goofy, that would be cool. But like a little bit more serious version
Yeah,
might
I
be
mean,
cool
yeah.
too. You
Whatever
know?
they do, just lean into it and you'll get something there.
Yeah, yeah, that's the important part for sure. All right, another one that I know you have not played, but
Okay,
you may have an opinion about.
let's go.
Final Fantasy VIII.
So I want to experience the weird story that you've attempted to tell me before. So I would like it just remade
It's
because I've started
crazy.
it. So I haven't told you
It's
that, but I've
fucking.
started it. But it's
It's
just
insane.
like when you look at the visuals. I've said it before. You got to be in the mood for like you going retro. You got to be in the mood for going back. Like I've started seven before when I actually made it to the end, and it's just like oh I'm not here for these like what are they fucking just all these shapes put together. But then this last
It's a
time after we
shape.
did our first three episodes, like we just spent a whole night talking about Final Fantasy. I was like, oh, I'm in it. I'm here. I'm ready. Let's go. Um, and like I remember posting about going into seven, like the original, and everyone was so supportive online and stuff like that, being like, "Go, go, go, go!" I want to. So here's the thing: I want to experience every Final Fantasy, like even
Mm,
like the Pixel remasters, stuff like that. I
yeah,
do own Final
yeah.
Fantasy one, whatnot, but especially the 3D ones because I don't think I've necessarily heard any of them are bad except for 13. And I still like I would like them like a graphical upres and
Mm.
stuff like that. A bit more. So, because when you say remake, you're saying like full remake, right? That was the rule.
Or reboots or remaster. Because I
Okay,
mean, and I really feel like so Final Fantasy VII and what they're doing with that in this game here would fall more under a reboot than a remaster.
right,
Because a remaster, I'm thinking like those up to res graphics and stuff like
right.
that.
But like you
Reboot
can
is
build the
like
game from the
relaunching it.
remake it from the ground up, but like it's still the same story, voice acting,
and
stuff like that.
and because honestly, like Final Fantasy VII is very much the same story, but it
Yeah,
does have like new twists to it that weren't there before
a
and things
lot.
like this. So
Yeah,
a lot, yeah, at this
and like the
point,
side games
especially
are
after
like
this game
part of
that came
it.
out.
Like
Right,
they're like fusing it, and that
right.
alone makes it pretty different.
And
Yeah,
so it does feel more like a reboot, right? So
yeah.
like would you want that with Final Fantasy VIII, or you're
No,
good just playing that
no, no, no,
original
no, no.
version with
I
like some
again, I
up-res
would
graphics? Because why
right.
not?
I would play it if they did the whole. First of all, you're gonna get your game out faster if you don't do what they're doing with Final Fantasy VII.
Right, right. That's
So
a whole new
whole
game
new thing, yeah. Like
with like some
if they just did the graphical
base content.
overhaul, like we would already have all of seven, right? They
Mm.
could have remade that whole game in like today's standards. It might have taken a little bit, but we'd have it. Albeit, I love what they're doing with it. We're gonna see where it goes, and we'll have a final verdict on that. Stay tuned with us, folks, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so for Final Fantasy VIII, for a lot of these, because like they do the whole thing for mobile where you get these chibi versions of the games that are the same story, but like the first chapter is like free to play and you buy the rest of it, and it's the same game. It's just everything's chibi. It's small. It's cuter. Obviously, that's just
Right,
a different version of low res. And
right.
I'm not saying it even has to look like Final Fantasy VII does now, because like when I first got my Xbox a couple of years ago, the first thing I booted up was Final Fantasy 13. It was on
Uh,
Game Pass. They had the whole trilogy. I was like, let's go check it out. Justin's been like talking my ear off about this.
yeah, he loves
And
that
it's
game.
still gorgeous. It is still holds up. So
Right,
like you really don't even have to go the full mile. Obviously, I imagine you want to. And I'm not going to argue against that. But all I really want from like if we were to get 8 again, the same thing that everyone is rumored and hoping for 9 is just a remake.
right, right.
Same story, same stuff. I want to see how's that not Tifa? And yeah, like
It's not.
just
It's not. That's a
I don't
different
know, man.
girl.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
they're real different. You'll see.
Real
Trust me.
different. She shoots her dog.
Trust me.
Not like shooting the dog. She shoots her dog forward. Like
Whoa,
it launches off of
that's
her
messed
arm.
up. I was a big
But
Tifa fan until right
but
now.
what are you wanting from Final Fantasy VIII?
The
Cool.
same. Just some up-res graphics. Like maybe some voice acting would be cool. Stuff like
Oh, is there
that.
not voice
But
acting?
no, not until 10.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. 10
Hey,
was the first one
if we're
that we
gonna
got voice
re-record voice
acted.
lines, let's start at 10. Anyway, but yeah, that's
Some of it is it's real cheesy shit,
so
man,
I
for
can't actually
sure.
talk shit.
Ha
I think
ha
I
ha.
think it's on the same par. Granted, they are both PS2 games. It's like the dialogue, like the voice acting for Kingdom Hearts 1.
Did you get to the laughing scene in Final Fantasy X?
Is there one that's notably the laughing scene?
Ha ha ha.
No, I
Like,
guess not. I don't think
okay,
so.
all right. You'll know it when you get there if
So
you
I
get
got to
there
the part where
someday.
he's like, "Oh, none of this is real." And I'm just kidding. I'm just just
It's not it's not that far in, actually. All right. So we're at number 5 now.
Okay, let's get
This
it.
is definitely one that we've talked about in the past.
Gotcha.
This is LA Noir,
I want a new one. I want to. Well, I
a new
guess
one.
so. That's
NY
tough
Noir.
because I barely remember the story. Like I couldn't tell you the name of the detective. So to get a sequel
Right.
this far out, I feel like is more of a risk. So let's just outright reboot it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
would you want that in Los Angeles again? It doesn't matter.
I don't know if the location matters that much. Granted,
Yeah.
obviously if you're doing you know what if you're rebooting it and you're going to keep the name, yes, you would want it in LA.
Right. Right. Right.
My only issue with the when I played through LA Noir, the only thing I remember actively being like, oh, I'm kind of disappointed in this, because there's side cases you do right, and obviously
Mhm.
like there's more detail in the ones that are implemented in the main story and stuff. This is a PS3 game, but so many because like there's part of like the main story ones that like just really did seem like you were investigating your own they were its own thing, and then like one of the twists was like, oh no, all of these are connected together, and I was just like, oh, I kind of just like I want my main ones to be like it's not all the Black Dahlia shit. Like I just wanted to be
Right.
like I want to
Right.
be
Right.
like my own thing, my own detective. But let's be real, Rockstar is just gonna make Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Pretty
maybe we'll
much.
get another Red
Maybe some
Dead.
Red Dead. Yeah. Some
Maybe,
Red Dead
maybe,
for sure.
maybe. But what do you want from that?
Um, I think like a full on reboot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then because I'm just thinking a big thing about that game was like facial
Yeah.
recognition
Yeah.
because you're asking these people questions and it's like their reactions that you're supposed to
Right. You
make
have to
your
really
decisions
focus
based
in on
off of.
it. Yeah.
Right, right. And like man, like if that was working back then, I just
Right.
imagine what it's like with like the Senua Saga like whole
Yeah.
thing
I
going
mean,
on,
tech
you know what I
today.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like it's the possibilities there are just so dope with the way that they
100%.
have motion capture now. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a banger, a straight up banger for sure.
100%. I agree.
But agree with you in that like just having your different cases that you're working on would be really cool. They don't need
Right.
all.
Because like it doesn't have to be a full detective simulator, but like give me a little bit of that, This could be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And then also give us a detective simulator. All
Right.
right. So we got there's a PC game that's kind of it
I thought you were gonna
randomizes
say it's literally
stories
called
for you.
Detective Simulator.
Yeah, I played it with Gino when I stayed
Oh,
over
was
there. It
it
was
Duck
cool.
Detective?
Maybe no, I don't think it was.
Just kidding.
Uh,
It's a Duck Detective. The amount of puns I've already seen come from that is great.
all right, so not sure if you've heard of this game before,
Okay.
but I know you like the franchise.
Oh,
So Steven Universe Save the Light.
are you being serious?
Yeah.
Like this is really what you have right here?
Yeah. So it's
Okay,
an adventure
I know, I own
RPG
it. Yeah, I got
developed by
it.
Grumpy Face Studios and published by Cartoon Network Games. Uh
It's been
and it's
it's been
apparently
delisted
a little bit like Paper Mario
a little bit,
is what I heard.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, when I played, I hadn't played a Paper Mario yet, but yeah.
So
What would I want from this? So I guess the answer would be leave. Because they should just. Well, no, I guess then that would be well, no, because this is a franchise we're looking at here. There are two games in this franchise. They are delisted from the place, like the game store now.
Attack the Light, I believe,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
But I think we should just go a whole new direction with Steven Universe games going forward. And I think that's why I think you just leave this here and start a whole new thing, not reboot this a new Steven Universe thing. So I would say leave because these two games
Yeah.
are very good. They even have original music. If you've watched this show, that's a lot. It's pretty much a musical show, and it touches on a lot of great subjects and a lot of great things. And I love this series. I love the show. The games are pretty good. There are some things I absolutely love, like when you get to the end of the first game and you hear like a truly original song from the creators. It's just like, whoa, this is beautiful. This is great. I have a really soft spot for it because I've told you this before. One of the things I grade dads on in fiction is if like I want them to be my dad, and the dad in this show is top tier for me. His name is Greg. He's awesome, and he has this whole song he's singing to his son Steven at the end of the first game, and I teared up. I was like, man, you make me wish I cared about my father. Not to get too dark here. But there's
No,
that
get
much
dark, man.
emotion, there's that much creativity in the show that I think you can absolutely create something new. As to what it would be, I don't know. You could even make a good point and click. That would be fine. But again,
Hmm.
these games are just fine as they are. I wish they weren't delisted. I'm sure it has to be tied to everything going on with Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network, but there you go.
See, I know you love Steven Universe,
Mm.
so I knew that would be a good one, man. I
Yeah,
was
dog.
like,
Hell yeah,
yeah,
dog.
I'm gonna find a Steven Universe
Hell
game. I'm
yeah.
sure they have one, and this is what popped up. So,
Yeah, man.
all right, good shit, man. Assassin's Creed Black Flag
So Black Flag specifically
specifically, yeah,
remake. I'm with everybody else. I think you
yeah.
remake this. Because I know like there's technically sequels to like you get the like we have the Ezio trilogy, right?
Hmm.
Here I forgot his name. It's Edward Conway. That's right. I forgot I played it for a day. I think that was last year or it was earlier this year. On one of those, just like, dude, I'm
It's
trying to finish
still kind of amazing that you remember that, but
something.
nice. Okay.
But I even just from touching it recently, because I really did only play like the opening of the game and like one mission after.
Hmm.
Um, it's so it's so good. Like there's so much good there. Um, I just it's in because we live in a world unlike I hate that people because there's nuance to the conversation. Don't remakes are bad. No, they're not. If you only do remakes, sure. Look at Capcom. I know I glaze those motherfuckers all the time, but they consistently put out sequels to existing IP. They HD remake, or I guess they upres and port over old collections of fighting games. They fully remake older games to bring it to the modern light, um, and give us just off the wall creative new IPs at this point, whether they're good, the Kunitsugami, or bad, Exoprimal, and
Hmm.
they just keep going. They just keep going, and I think Ubisoft. I obviously don't know their financial situation. We know they're struggling. We know they struggle in a
Right.
lot of ways right
Right.
now. But I mean, they're also getting help. I forgot the full news story there, but essentially they divided
Tencent.
the Tencent, yeah, because it wasn't
Mhm.
an acquisition. It's not an outright acquisition. Ubisoft is still Ubisoft, but like it's some type of partnership or something where
It's
they're
like an
helping.
umbrella type
Yeah, something
situation,
like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Um, you can because look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. It was just announced like it was either a month ago, or a few weeks ago. I don't know time. It's the highest selling game in the franchise. Like, and that
That's
was like,
crazy.
and there were
That's a
so many
very
vets
successful
against it.
franchises.
Hundred
Yeah.
percent, 100%. Um, you keep doing that and learning some things. No one said that game was perfect. Get over yourself. But it's just, but also you split your team because they're I mean they made the first quadruple A game, you know. They should have plenty of people to where you can split it to where you have like make your own team that focuses on remaking the old ones.
Mm.
Um, the remake, to be fair, it's already been rumored that it's happening. So if it comes out, awesome. That's a great idea, folks. Do not stop there. Um, because bear in mind, though it's memeable now, look where people's opinion of Assassin's Creed is now, excluding what I just said about that being the highest selling game in the franchise. Um, people, when you look at the early years of Assassin's Creed, no one was talking like Ubisoft. Like Ubisoft was a powerhouse. They
Yeah.
were in Capcom's spot. They could do no wrong. People loved like as Ubisoft is also Tom Clancy, yeah, the Splinter Cell stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
Obviously, sorry to, I know we're in a different
All
spot
that
now. Like,
Rainbow
where's
Six
that?
stuff. Nah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, you're good.
Um, but if you focus on bringing your older stuff to the new light, is very much akin to how Capcom is doing it now. Even Nintendo with Pokemon, because like we always get new gen remake of an old one, new gen remake of an old one. Obviously, that's going to run its course at some point, but like, hey, it's a tried and true method. And
Mm.
I think Black Flag, like honestly, any of them are so good. Obviously, if you do the Ezio stuff, you might want to do a whole trilogy, but Ubisoft wants to make money. Maybe you don't do it all together as a collection. You split it up. I don't know. But Black Flag would sell. I guarantee. I will tell you if it was to come out, that's something I'm looking at getting day one. I have to look at what's coming out around it, but I'd be excited for Assassin's Creed again. I know I talked
And
a bit. What were you going to say?
no, and follow-up question.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna get you to talk just a little bit more on
Oh, that's
this.
fine. Well, I just want to get your take too.
No, yeah, and I appreciate that.
Mhm.
But so we're sitting there, Game Awards, and we're seeing a trailer, and we're like, "What is this? Like a Dragon Yakuza in Hawaii too?" And because we would say that, we would take
We
the
would.
time to say that entire thing, and then we hark, no, it is Assassin's Creed Black Flag 2.
Okay.
Is that a day one for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, with anything, it depends on what's around it. But the flat out answer is it's something I want to make a day one.
Right.
I see
Right.
that. I see the release date. Chances are I don't remember everything that releases on that specific release date. I'm immediately like, yes, this is a world I want to get. I assume when you get into price, I would like it to stay $60, but I assume it'd be the
Right.
70. I assume it'd be the
Right.
70. Let's assume
Right.
it's gorgeous. You know, you can let's assume you see the 70. That is something I'm going to try to make a day one. Now,
Yeah.
bear in mind, um, it was last year. Silent Hill 2, which I've praised multiple times at this point. I've even been like,
Mhm.
oh, this might be like my favorite horror game ever. It might be one of my
Right.
favorite games ever. I played that after the fact. Fuck Metaphor. So fuck yes.
What the hell is with that stray
Because
metaphor?
we were playing Metaphor and I couldn't get Silent Hill because it was too
Oh,
close.
oh, fuck metaphor.
Metaphor is a great game. It's just a really long game that came out around the time I was really excited for
It
Silent Hill
is.
2.
It is, and
And
it's a commitment
I
for
had to
sure.
wait. I
Yeah.
had to wait. Yeah. That's all that is. It's not an actual stray. I was happy to give it my
Yeah.
time, obviously, and we have a whole review of that. Listen to that, folks.
Metaphor, the actual game of the year.
Okay. All right. Oh, I hate you. But no, so yeah, absolutely. To be fair, and like on that same list, I do want to go back and play Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
I already like I had it wishlisted before, before I learned about it being I don't care how many sales it makes. I do because I'm interested and curious. Because Assassin's Creed is a franchise that's just so interesting in terms of
Mm.
like it has a lot of to put
Yeah.
it down like yeah.
Like highs and lows,
Yeah,
but their highs are so high
their
though.
highs are
There's
so
some
good.
really great
Their
stuff in
highs are
that
so good. I haven't
franchise.
heard anyone say
Yeah.
anything bad about Ezio. Um, you fight the
There's nothing
Pope.
bad to say
You
about
fight
it.
the
Yeah.
Pope in Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed 2. You punch him. So that's pretty awesome. Bring that back. Fight the Chicago
Bring
Pope.
He's gonna whoop your ass, bro.
He's gonna come up. It's
Yeah.
clobbering time. But that
Stupid.
is to just say, Assassin's Creed.
That's so
Obviously, it's a
funny.
franchise that's not going anywhere. So at least, like, even under the guise of like, um, video game preservation,
Hmm.
let's upres this stuff. Let's bring it to the forefront, and like, because even the PS3, well, that Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out on the PS3. That was streaming. You can't download it onto your console. You stream it because it's like some PS3 games are kind of locked there. Granted, you could also get it on 360. Um, but it's just, yeah, let's do that. Let's bring this to the light. If this does, obviously, if that does well, I think they'll bring more.
Hmm.
Um, when you get to things like Assassin's Creed 1, because I think you do at some point think if we're making old ones, why not start at the beginning?
Right.
I think that is going to need a lot more than a remake.
I know Ezio is like a little bit more popular,
Yeah, Altair is not
but
the
um
biggest. Yeah,
but Altair is like he's around, you know? He's
yes,
out here in these streets.
he was like because you do
You see like
obviously
his model in like so many different games and
right,
stuff like
right,
that,
right,
you
right, and
know? Like, yeah.
we don't get there. We don't get Ezio without him, obviously.
Right. Right.
And then there's a tie-in to where like the timelines are converging, and then but oh man, the whole Desmond Miles stuff, and they kill him off at the beginning. And I'm like, I really thought we were hitting the end of a story there, and I guess we did. It's just then they kept going, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I hopped on when I was on the Greece one. What's the name of that one?
Oh,
Odyssey.
you've been making
Odyssey.
so many Grease jokes lately. I was like, there's not a music.
No, not that Greece.
I bet you mean
The country.
Odyssey.
The old ass high schoolers. And when I was playing Odyssey, there was times where it would break away and it would have like characters talking to each other and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't get any of the stuff that they're talking about
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't care about any of this. And I
Yeah,
just like wanted to get back to the main game, you know.
for sure.
But that's what I get for not playing all the games, I guess.
I
But
mean, hey,
choices were made.
for sure.
But yeah, as far as Assassin's Creed Black Flag though, I would like a remaster and then a sequel. That would
Okay,
be awesome. Like
that's
if
right.
they just because like it's so highly regarded, like as
Yeah,
far as just video games go, it's a lot of people's favorite.
because
Like
I
I
mean,
don't
we've
even
been
think
wanting for
just
pirate
out of
stuff.
Assassin's Creed. Right,
Yeah,
right. And we've been wanting for a pirate thing, and that's what everybody says is pretty much like the prime
right,
pirate experience, you
right.
know, and for such an old game at this
It's not
point.
Skull and Bones.
So it's not. It's not.
If you want to be a pirate ship and that's your fantasy, sure.
Yeah, I just want to be a pirate ship, not so
Right.
much a pirate.
Like
Yeah.
if
Uh,
like the people who are into Uma Musume, if your version of that is like, I want to be a pirate ship. I want to be the ship. I will say, fun
you're
fact,
just
our shirts
training
came
the
in,
ship.
Ernest. Our shirts came in.
Oh shit,
Good for you.
son. Oh man, Goshi.
Yep, yep, yep.
She's great. She's great. But yeah, that's the way I would want to go about it.
Okay,
Okay, this next one, I can't remember you said if you played or not, but I know you know of it.
we'll find out.
Did you ever have the orange box?
I did.
All right. Did you play Half-Life?
I was gonna say from me saying that it has to be Half-Life or Portal.
Yeah, yeah.
I never finished it.
I should have put Portal on here. I didn't even think about it, but
It's okay. I mean, Half-Life, I think is maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bit of a hot take. It's not. It's like the most demanded thing. Like people want a Half-Life 3.
right.
And I
So
think,
sequel, easy
yeah,
sequel.
no,
Right.
people shouldn't get it.
Why?
I don't want them to
Because
have
they're
it.
gonna be mad at it.
Yeah, you make
Because they're
something
gonna hate
called
it.
the Blue Box, and it's just the same games for
Just the
$80.
same game. Just right.
Don't upres it. Just leave it
Don't know,
alone.
just the same games. Got
No.
you. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a two-prong here. Yes, you want a sequel. It would really, I think you'd honestly make people mad if you were to remake the games that already exist because they're already loved and people
Like,
have
you
been
give us
waiting.
three.
Oh, right.
Right,
And
right.
if you reboot
And the
it,
way it ends
right,
is
it's
yeah.
everyone knows. But like but if you reboot it, that erases the ending you're talking about as well, and people would also be upset about that, even if it were to
Right.
come back in a new light and whatnot. So I say remaster 1 and 2, put them together because why is that not a box?
Right.
And then yeah, you should get a sequel. And I think the primary drive there for everyone should just be sequel, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that the anticipation has like gone up so much and just stayed
Yeah.
up there. Like because like whether you're thinking about it at every game show, like is Half-Life 3 gonna be here? That's an even bigger hole to dig than like Bloodborne, you know? And like
Well,
those people
yeah.
are miserable enough. If you're thinking Half-Life 3 at everything, like
And the thing, and I'm
it's a
glad you
long
said
shot.
Bloodborne
It's like
instead of
one of the
Silksong,
longest.
because the important thing here, because I still see people bringing up Bloodborne as well. Bloodborne sequel was never announced. Half-Life 3 was also never announced.
Right.
But the
Right.
thing about Half-Life 2 is it ends on a way that makes you assume we're
We're
going
getting a
somewhere else.
third.
So yeah,
Right,
that is
right.
a little bit different. But yeah, absolutely. Obviously there is like a semi sequel supposedly with Half-Life Alex, but that's stuck on VR. So
So
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. I'm like,
But
at that point, are you risking is Half-Life 3 only going to be on VR? I don't know.
and I just feel like at this point, like people are gonna be mad no matter what. Like
For
there's going
sure.
to be some disappointment in there, you know,
Right.
like
And like
can
the
anybody really feel what story could they tell where we are going to feel fulfilled with that, with what they give us, you
right.
know?
Yeah.
Like because this many years of anticipation is just so much.
Yep.
To live up to that is like damn near unrealistic.
It is. But
But
it
we'll
could be the
see.
franchise to do it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would love that. I would
For
love
sure.
that.
I
So
mean, obviously, like we always
yeah.
say, we're rooting for the games.
All right. Uncharted.
Sequel.
Don't rush it.
Um,
Don't rush it. Think
no,
about it.
because like
Think-
so the awkward thing, like, because I need to preface it. I want a sequel, but not with Nathan. His story's done. Um, you can absolutely remaster that trilogy if you want. I mean, they already did. So I actually hold off on that. But four was such a good fucking ending to that
Mm.
story. Um, my immediate thought would be we have Nathan's daughter. That way we do kind of get our easy like tethered to getting some Nathan Easter eggs and stuff like that without having him have to be in there. But the thing is, folks, you've heard me say it. The problem with sequels and you have people come back, you risk them. And if it's even his daughter, all it takes, because what I assume she's going to be doing a lot of the same thing, you know,
Right.
like tomb raiding stuff like that. I know that's
Really
probably
good at
trademarked,
climbing. Right.
right? But
Tomb raiding.
um, but at what point do they somebody might end up going to like hurt Nathan or something like that? My thing, my worry with continuing because I don't think you should just leave it. I do think that is a great franchise if it is to continue, which I would love for it too. It needs to find its own new direction, and I honestly don't know if Naughty Dog should do it. Not to say they have one track mind. They don't. I'm not saying
Right.
that they're very creative, but like when we're at the point because they went from that to making like back in the time that they were making the Uncharted games, like we were also getting Jack and Daxter from them. We were getting some platformers, stuff like that. Or I think it's the earlier Crash games as well. And there was like a childlike wonder to those, a slight goofiness to it, and that's very much a part of Nathan's character as well. Granted, albeit like it does get a little bit more adult there. He's being held at gunpoint at certain things. There's these giant yetis attacking a village, and then obviously from there it's just a complete skydive into the darkness that is Last of Us. Um, so I would never want Uncharted to go that dark. We have
Mhm.
Last of Us. There is totally a world that exists that should like Superman's so popular right now. It has people's lives being threatened. If you don't like seeing animal cruelty, there's some sad stuff in there with Crypto. Spoilers. He's alive, but at the what you come away with that when you leave that is hope. That's a movie that
Mhm.
instills hope. You see Superman save a squirrel. Like out of context, that sounds stupid, but when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, I love this guy. And the whole like kindness is punk rock thing, I think that equates to what I would like to see in the future of the Uncharted franchise, where again, you don't get too dark. It's more about the adventure. It's more about the experience and the stories you can tell. And in that regard, I would love because what's her name? Is it Cassie? Am I making that up? Nathan's daughter. Who
I
is
don't remember.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I want to say it's Cassie. But voiced by whoever's playing Abby right now. I can't remember her name right now. Playing Abby in the live action Last of Us. Caitlin Dever.
Right.
Yeah, so that was her first introduction, like being introduced to Neil Druckmann and stuff. So there you go. Um, but I would love it. I would absolutely love it because I really enjoyed our time with Indiana Jones. I do think I
Mhm.
prefer the third person when I'm exploring because I also enjoy like the newer Tomb Raiders.
Same.
You just get more of a view there. But yeah, I think I would love it back. And the other worry would be I don't because it would probably happen from old age. I don't want Sully to ever die. So,
Oh
so
yeah.
it
Yeah.
just
Oh man, that would be a plot device like a motherfucker.
oh man.
I think they'd kill him to push like the
Mm.
final villain
To
or
put
something
over,
like
yeah, to
that.
put him over,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. He's putting them over, honestly. Like,
But I'm
yeah,
curious because I know you and me have not always seen eye
that's
to
the
eye
one
on
that took
this.
out Sully.
What do
um,
you think of this?
I think a reboot with Tom Holland's version. No, I'm just kidding.
That movie was fun. Oh, I saw that with you. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
fun.
it was.
It was fun.
It was. But Mark Wahlberg needs the mustache. The
He got it at the end.
He got it at the
He
end.
got it at the end.
I'm glad we stayed for the after credits. But uh with this one I can kind of go either way, especially considering who made it. Like I feel like if they remastered it, then they're just gonna keep remastering it. And then it's gonna be a never ending chain.
Yeah.
But I think a sequel as well. I think keeping it going like what you were talking about, or even fast forwarding time a little bit and having Nathan as kind of like a Sully to somebody new, you
Oh,
know, not
Sully would be
necessarily
dead at
being
that
out there
point.
in
I'm
the
just
field,
kidding. I'm just
but
kidding. But it
right, yeah, no,
goes.
he would, and that's what I want.
No.
No,
No.
I no, but yeah, just having him in like a mentorship role
Right.
though, I
And
would
that'd be
not
easy to do with
mind
his
at
daughter.
all.
Or you could go
Right?
the
Yeah, like
granddaughter route.
Daniel Larusso
Okay.
carrying on Mr. Miyaga's name, Mr. Miyagi,
Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi. And I will say, because there is a sequel, I've touched it. I'm pretty sure you haven't touched it yet. There's an Uncharted game that Nathan's not in.
Right,
It's the one
right,
that
right,
came
right.
after the franchise we know.
Didn't
And
catch
that
it.
is another way to go about it because that
Right,
involves two of the women. I can't remember their names at the moment. We've not touched this franchise in a bit. But you can absolutely go that route as well. Or you can go
spinoffs.
like a sequel reboot where like that world happened. Nathan's world happened. We just have a completely new character to go on the new one. I have a thing about continuity.
Just like similar
Yeah,
adventures.
yeah.
Yeah,
They could have been
Uncharted.
influenced.
Here's a whole new story though.
No, it's
Right.
charted now. It's already been charted now. It's
Oh
just
yeah, okay. It's just mad maps out here, dog. Um, all right. All right. So last one here.
okay.
I feel like it's a matter of which one do you think is gonna come first? Because I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's coming at some point.
Okay.
So Red Dead Redemption.
So for this, I gotta ask, in terms of a sequel, I don't think they would do it again. But literally, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel.
Right,
The name is
right,
the worst thing that's about the game. It makes no sense.
right. That too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, so first of all, I will say I would love a full ground up remake of one.
Right?
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I
but
would really like that.
but I do want more of this world in terms of new, even more. So I would say Red Dead 3. It would be wild to
Young
do it
Marston.
again. Hey, sorry, the pubs are playing. It'd be wild to do it again, to be Red Dead 3, but this is before Red Dead 2. You're a caveman. No, I'm just kidding, not that far back.
It's just humankind. Yeah.
I got a plan, Arthur. I don't know. I have to have more. We need Red Dead 3, absolutely. Figure out your online. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, we're mainly there for the main stuff, and there's so much of that just on its own. That yeah, Red Dead 3 above everything else for sure. What about you?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Red Dead 3 is the way to go.
yeah,
And like you, I would very much like a remaster of the original.
yeah. I'll play that.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
And I
But
never played Undead Nightmare, which everyone praises pretty good.
same,
So yeah,
same.
package
Yeah.
that in, baby. You know.
And I probably never will.
I mean,
If I
if you remaster it, you
unless
include it.
unless that
Hey,
happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But a sequel, yeah, Red Dead 3,
yeah.
just getting a new protagonist in a Western world like that,
Right.
like,
Let's not
yeah,
abandon this. Yeah, let's not
yeah,
abandon this.
yeah.
It is so good. Um, I
It really is.
assume we would go like maybe you start out the game. I assume you play what's his who's the protagonist of one? Is it what's his
John Marston.
John Marston? And I think his son's name is Jack. Am I making that up?
I might be.
Okay,
That's
whatever.
what I would name
You're
my
playing as
kid
little John.
if my name was John, man, I
I
would
would
name my
name
kid
him
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, but because you end and like it was the most revolutionary thing at the time when you beat one and you're playing
Oh,
as
yeah.
this your son because you just had to witness the absolute obliteration of the character you know as
And,
John Marston.
like, I'm good just picking up the story right
Right,
there,
and that's
you
what I was
know?
gonna
Like,
say. Maybe you
let's
play
just
as
do it.
him,
Yeah,
or you play as his son. You give it more time to give it a time there, and that's
that's
fine
cool.
as well.
Yeah,
I understand that at some point you don't want to go too far because you're going to lose the westernness of it, as that's just what happened with time.
yeah, time,
Yeah,
time.
bastards.
Always getting in the way of stuff, man.
But no, Red Dead 3, whenever that is announced, obviously we're getting GTA 6 next year. People are like, I'm so ready for this game. I'm ready to get past it so we can get back to what's important because I've got a plan, Arthur. And yeah, I love that franchise so much. I left Char's birthday party early so I could get my copy of Red Dead 2.
Yeah,
I brought that home and
yeah.
she got even she was upset with me. And then she got more mad because like I took the time to go do that, drive across town and get it. And it's you know how it works. It doesn't just it's not ready to play when you put that in your console.
Just gotta
You gotta
install
install
and all that.
those
Yeah.
bastards. Yeah, they're
That one took a
huge.
long time. I
Shit.
remember being upset the night that I was installing it because it
Right,
took so long.
right,
Like,
right, right.
because I started it late at night, and by the time it finished, like, it was bedtime. I had
Yeah,
to be up in the morning, like, early,
100%.
early.
100%.
Yeah, dude, it sucks. Oh, man.
The big ass games,
Oh,
man. But yeah, dude, this was
oh,
great. I will say, awesome
yeah,
setup. You did awesome. How dare you bring sport to the table? But no, this was cool. This is really
yeah.
cool. I'm proud of
Steven
you.
Universe for the win,
No, that
baby.
was cool.
Let's
I didn't
go.
see it coming. I
Yeah.
really didn't see it coming.
Is that
Oh,
really your your question? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
very
Yeah,
surprised.
good stuff, man. Good stuff. You did so
Good
good.
stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you did great too. But moving on.
No,
So,
yeah.
like I said, it's a two-pronged thing. We're going to be bringing a topic each. His wasn't really like it is a topic like what would you want to we're kind of looking at what we would want from the future of these different franchises, these titles. And we just got into that. Mine is more on the what's the word I'm looking for? Adaptation side. Because I've said repeatedly, and we just talked about it a little bit there, because I guess I just talk about Capcom every week now. That's not new. But Resident Evil's getting a movie. Resident Evil's getting a movie, and it's coming from a director, Zach Kreger, who you may know from Whitest Kids You Know, one of those really great skit show from back in the day. Um, he also did Barbarian a few years ago. And then most notably, well, most recently, sorry, not most notably, but most recently, he dominated the summer, like the tail end of the summer box office here with Weapons, because Weapons is doing incredibly well. And here we are, the next film in his lineup is going to be Resident Evil. And we're well past it. I think we are. I'm tired of seeing articles say it. But if you look at franchises that are still the phrase I'm thinking of is the video game adaptation curse. There are
Mhm.
franchises that have not left it yet, and Resident Evil is in there 100%.
It's still
Um,
clawing its way, baby.
Still clawing its way.
Yeah.
And because we had those original movies, I that is like the Mia Jovovich films, they held a special place in my heart. There was one time I was seeing this girl, um, that hurt my back, and like I literally like it hurt. My back was hurt to the point where like I was laying out. but I really wanted to see the new Resident Evil because it was the one that introduced Ada Wong and Leon Kennedy. If you've seen this franchise, the Mia Jovovich franchise, and you picture, granted, Ada looked fine. Leon did not. So what we did, you won't believe this, but opening night, no one else was in the theater. Um, we just pulled, so I laid down on multiple chairs and like used her lap as my like pillow so I could watch
That's
this.
dedication,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I remember when it finished, I was like, I did all this for that. I'm just
Which one was that? Resident Evil what?
I don't know. I don't remember which one it is. It's a good ways through.
Yeah.
Because I think there's eight. I think there's eight of them, and I want to say that's like either six or beyond. It's not the last one. It was not the last one. Um, Man, they people just kept showing up, I guess. I was there, obviously. But and then we also got the Netflix series a couple of years back. Lance Reddick, RIP,
Mhm.
playing not Charles Wesker, but we'll just say Wesker, as well as just a new take on this and just them kind of doing their own original thing. Did not do well. I did watch all of it.
It was cool.
It was all right.
Yeah.
There's a cool giant alligator. That looked better than it had the right to be. Like if you hear that is coming, you think it's gonna look terrible, and it doesn't look great, but it looks fine. Um, but where it left off, I was like, this is like it's kind of like the same level of schlock you get from those Mila Jovovich films that I was very much like, I will watch more of this. I will. I was there, and no, they canceled that. And then where it's most successful, I have no idea financially. Obviously, like I said, they made eight of those Mia Jovovich films. Maybe that is the financial success. Um, oh, I'm missing two things. So I think the best thing we have in terms of cinema from Resident Evil are the animated movies. Because it's literally, first of all, you have great voice talents here. Matt Mercer is Leon Kennedy for a lot of these. I think Laura Bailey is, I don't know if she's Claire, she's one of these other cast members that show up, and then you have a full voice cast and whatnot. And obviously, because they're like CG animation, I would love hand drawn, but I do think even with the
Yeah.
CG, though a little stiff, it looks good. And I've enjoyed what we've gotten. And we just got I think it's called like Death Island, something Island, like 2 years ago, and I had such a fun time because it was just like, oh, you're all together, because when you play the games, they don't really acknowledge each other. But and then of course we also got the last outing, Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. Me and Ernest did watch that. I know you were a fan of that. That's not
Yeah.
my Leon. So
I liked it a lot. I thought it was
it,
really cool.
it was fun. And there were some cool things in there. But that was never outright said like, oh, we're gonna make a sequel to this and this is canceled. I think we're just gonna leave that in like a silent purgatory.
They picked
Um,
leave. Yeah.
yeah,
Just leave that one.
just
No
oh,
reboot.
they pick leave.
Yeah. Yeah. They picked reboot.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, or is it, and then here we are. Fast forward. Zach Kreger's Resident Evil is slated for next year. They have not started filming yet, so that like we'll see. But the only cast we know is Austin Abrams. He plays the crackhead in Weapons.
He's
And he,
good.
yeah, he's
He's
good. He
really
is
good.
good. He is
Yeah.
good. But supposedly he's going to be the star, and all we know really that Zach has informed us of is he's not gonna use characters we know. That doesn't mean they're not going to be there 100%, but it's not going to focus on telling like you're not going to get a retelling of Resident Evil 4.
Mhm.
He's completely abandoning that. He is going to from what he said in because he was doing interviews for Weapons. He wants to tell his own original story in that universe. And if you read the comments of that, and he even references this, like as you're looking in the comments through like the videos, he's like, a lot of people on the internet are mad that I want to do my own vision, but I think they're going to be happy with what I get. And I will say, I'm kind of split, but I think we're going to get the best Resident Evil thing in terms of film, 100% from him.
Like it's gonna be a good movie.
I think it's probably going to be a good
It's
movie,
most likely going to be a pretty good movie.
most likely.
Yeah.
Because and he
Just going
even
off
goes
his
out and
track record and stuff,
right,
Like,
and like
yeah.
his like even from what he says, he's not going to like don't expect him to like incredible like weird twists or anything. Like he literally says this is about getting my character from point A to point B, and then it's like as the game goes on, the story goes on, just like they do in the games, things just get increasingly worse for the person who's making this journey. And he says he's really likes the pacing of the games, really likes like the speed that they go at. Because
Like
literally, I mean, look,
collecting ammo and counting ammo,
right.
and
And you
yeah,
having to
stuff
be
like that.
careful of what you have. You have to be very practical with all that, as well as just the character. And I love the way he puts it, descends further and further into different levels of hell. Because that is what happens. Like as you play through the games, you get to the point where you feel comfortable, and then the game will throw something at you. Most notably, they usually give you a creature you can't kill that will just hunt you the whole game. And it's stressful. It's really stressful when you just hear the stomping of a giant creature you know is not going to die.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Nemesis gave me so many little mini heart attacks, bro.
yeah,
Like,
I was
yeah,
going to say
yeah,
Nemesis. We have Mr. X and Resident Evil 2. Even Resident Evil 9 Requiem. We've seen the lady. We've seen the woman.
right.
I don't think she makes noises walking around. That's terrifying. She looks like she slithers, and I'm like, oh
Uh,
brother, oh brother. And they even said that there's gonna be moments where she'll literally be above you. You may not know it. And I'm like,
oh, that's not okay.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
But though granted, I am not as high on weapons as a lot of people. I by no means think it's like a negative or bad, anything like that. Just the twist didn't hit me the way it hit a lot of other folks. But I did love the twist in Barbarian. I
Yeah,
love Barbarian.
yeah.
And in terms of directing and making a film and bringing something to the big screen to entertain and like have us watch, this guy's got it. This guy's got
Mhm.
it. He's only going to keep getting better. He even referred to making this Resident Evil film as his Evil Dead 2. High praise right there, being like I'm going to make an homage to that with this, and just like because you're not in Resident Evil for a captivating story. There is a story there. They're horror experiences, survival horror experiences. As you're like, oh God, I used up all my bullets, and that thing's bigger than me that's standing in front of me right now.
Yeah.
Um, Stuff like that. And I'm very curious. It is a hard thing to capture that I can at least that I can picture. Um, again, I think he's the guy to do it. I think he is the guy to do it. I don't think we should necessarily hate on him. I do wish, I kind of wish we were sticking a bit more to the source material, but at the same time, he's a creative guy. Like we've seen it. These last two movies were not based off of anything. He made something completely original. So I do think whatever he gives us is going to be awesome. What I'm really hoping, because like you said, we're not going to, the main character is not going to be Leon. It's not going to be Chris Redfield, whatever. I would love to see those characters on the side, like to just kind of bring it in, or like even if it's a reference. Because I mean, we're gonna be in Raccoon City. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be
Right.
in Raccoon City. I would love to just like we see like oh my god, dude, it's gonna be crazy if he decides to kill off any of the main characters. Like it's like oh dude, like you see Leon's dead body. He didn't make it out of the police station on his first day. Like oh bro, what are we gonna do here? I don't
That'd
know.
be that'd be cool.
It would be
I
cool, but it's risky.
I watched some more of that interview that you had
Yep.
sent me.
Mhm.
Um and he was saying something about like walking through a forest or something like that. So
Mhm.
I think it might be forest based, but maybe that's only part of it too.
I was gonna say,
Because
even
he
in
does,
Resident Evil 1, when you're in Raccoon City, you end up like there's foresty areas.
yeah, yeah. So maybe it is just the more foresty areas of
Because
Raccoon
I mean,
City.
it would
But
be. He refers to it regularly as like a foot journey. Again, a person
yeah,
going on a
yeah.
journey from point A to point B. I assume you don't stay in one spot, so you could end up in a place with grass and whatnot too.
There's just a little bit that makes me skeptical. Like I don't want to say red flags, but like they're yellow, orange-ish.
Okay.
Maybe like a tangerine flag. Um, and just so one thing he said is like this is a story that he wanted to make no matter what.
Right.
And
He just happened to
that
get the licenses and everything
oh,
to it.
right. And
Right.
that he happened to get the license and it's great to get to play in this sandbox.
Right.
And just that, like, I don't know, like when I get an adaptation, like I don't necessarily want like a story that just kind of fits anywhere, like to be more molded to the game and that universe.
Right.
I think is what I would want. Like you said, like we said earlier, I think that he's going to make a good movie. What
For
is
sure.
going to end up being a good movie? But
Yeah,
like my question is it going to be a good Resident
that
Evil
is the
movie?
question. Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And so just going in a little bit cautious just because of the
Same.
way that he put some of the stuff. He also mentioned that he hasn't seen any of the Resident Evil movies
That's
or
the
anything
biggest green
like
flag
that
you could
as
have
well.
going into this. I'm going to say.
It's a but like do you think that it would be good to know what like didn't work before?
No. Well, so and when he brings that up, he brings up but he's like that just didn't look like it was the kind of thing I wanted. Like so he was aware because if you watch a trailer for those, the
Yeah,
only thing you realize is
that's
Resident
pretty much the
Evil
movie.
when the title
Yeah.
comes up. There's so many explosions in those trailers. That's the whole thing. Um, so I think he's fully aware of them. Um, I don't. Because when we're already at the point of him wanting to make his own original thing, I don't think he's going to gain anything from other people's failures.
Mhm.
And that again, that is to say, this is a business. Are those original Resident Evil movies failures? They kept being made for a reason. Um, Whereas the newer edition of Resident Evil, which I thought for sure would get a sequel, because like it stayed a bit more true to just at least having these characters and whatnot. That's dead in the water. We're just done with that. So I don't know. But I think it's a good thing that at the very least that he's not a fan of those originals. I don't, because those exist,
Mhm.
and like the
I
show,
don't I'm not
huh?
the biggest fan of them. Let me say
Right,
that. 'Cause I'm not the biggest fan of
and
them. Yeah.
and the
Uh,
show is damn near like just a bit more
same
serious
flavor.
take on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's from the same candy shop, just a different flavor though. Because it just like they try. And I do want to give credit where credit is due. They went a little bit too comedic with Wesker, but at the same time, dude, like I had fun with it for what we got. But I would love to come away from a live action Resident Evil thing and not have to say I liked it for what it was. Like I would
Yeah.
love to say that because those are valid words. That doesn't mean
I
what you
liked
just
it,
watched is
but
bad.
you
Right.
don't want that. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because I do want it to be more than just a good horror movie. Um, I want it to be a good Resident Evil movie. But
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
think it doesn't have to be following the story of the games because he's right. We already have that. And there is a bit of sidestepping where you're gonna be able to avoid like, oh, you ruined the story of my character. You don't if you don't have them, you're not ruining that story. Again, a lot of this obviously is going to be bottom line. We got to see when it comes out. We got to see what it's like.
Mhm. Mhm.
But when you look at something that looks like it's going to be following, because when you return to Silent Hill, that would lead you to believe it's the sequel, and it is. It is a sequel to the original Silent Hill film, and the main character and what seemingly looks to be his love interest or woman that's in there as well. They're very much dressed in the ways of the main characters of Silent Hill 2,
Yeah.
which is the only reason why Pyramid Head makes sense. Because since playing Silent Hill 2 Remake last year, it's such an iconic character. I had no idea he's only tied to two. Yeah, that's all
I
I know.
understand that's him. That's and he gets a letter to go back to the city and
Right,
stuff like that.
something
Like
like that.
I am pretty
Yeah,
sure they're like following that
probably,
story.
probably,
Yeah.
probably. But
It
it's
just
just
looks
it looks bad.
yeah,
It visually looks bad. There, so
not
I stand
good.
by this. It is 40 seconds. They throw a lot at you. There is some cool horror imagery in those 40 seconds of the Silent Hill trailer. But when you look at anyone in costume, it's rough.
Coming with
That
the
looks
leather
like
jacket.
right. They stopped at Party City before they got on set. Like it was just the whole thing. Um, I but like, and that's what happens when you're staying in the world with the characters you know. To my knowledge, obviously, we got to get more on that. That's coming out in January of next year. Um, we have a established director here. In the genre he's been dominating in. Um, he says he's a fan of the games. That's the only material I care that he knows of.
Mhm.
So we're gonna see what we get, man. Obviously, we're gonna get our nods. Probably 'cause we're gonna get the zombies. I hope he gives us some of those iconic shots that you get from the first game, the first time you see the zombie. Um, I hope I hope it like because so going off on his own, doing his own thing. That's one like thing that's very tentative for me. The other thing is not all of the humor in Weapons worked for me. Some of it does, absolutely. Same thing for Barbarian. Like there's a good bit of humor in there. He comes from like doing sketch comedy, like the whitest kids you know,
You're right, right.
and like it's and like another example of this, Jordan Peele came from comedy. He's doing great. Like it's all about timing. It's all about all that stuff.
And his
Um,
stuff always has like some
some of it.
humor. It's
You
not
get
like overly serious or
right.
anything
I
like
would say
that,
there's
right?
a bit less of it. At least maybe it just works better for me. But I would say Weapons tried a bit to be more funny than like say Nope, going off of their newest works.
Right, right.
But I do hope he doesn't go too heavy with the humor. Like
Mhm.
it does not need to be like it doesn't need to take itself seriously. Like at the point where you're referencing Evil Dead 2, you definitely do not need to take yourself seriously. But you need to lean into what you're doing, and especially when you're trying to tell a narrative in this world of like just an established horror franchise. Um if you're wanting us to buy into the fact that we're not going to mainly follow our the characters we love, um it's going to be a bit more work for him to make us care about the characters we're just meeting.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying he can't do it. um it's just rough because it's just like, man, because like you said, you're touching on it before. He kind of had an idea already in mind for this. um but obviously he was going to do it like without any of like the Resident Evil stuff because you have to get the licenses for that. And then he ended up getting the license. He ended up getting the green light to go ahead and make this. Um, I want him to utilize what he can from the world. I want to
Yeah.
see a liquor. I want to see. And I don't think we're going to see necessarily anything from the newer movies. I don't think he's going to do any like showboating like that, or fan service like that. I think if we see anything, it might be well. I don't think you start with Nemesis. Nemesis gets made, so maybe Mr. X because he's the guy who's following you around in Resident Evil 2, or an entity like that. Um, and just the grotesqueness of the creatures. I do think we're going to get more CGI from him here than we normally do. But I would love
Some
for him to
practical.
push some practical effects with that because you
Yeah, yeah.
CGI is not first of all CGI is not automatically bad, and there's a way to blend the two together, but
Yeah.
it's
But
gonna
watch that
be
Silent Hill trailer and say that. So
but like I mean Del Toro is somebody that goes mainly practical, but sometimes he does blend in the CGI there, or like we've talked about, he
yeah.
knows when to like if
A
you have
la
to use it,
Blade 2.
you hide it.
Yeah.
Right. I was just thinking
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. But
Motherfucker
he
from
does. He
Icefield
he
Hill.
uses CG, but there's a lot of shadows involved and stuff
Right.
like that, so that
He knows it's not the
nobody can
focus.
complain about the quality of that. Like
Right.
you can,
And that was back in
yeah,
the 2000s. Like it's obviously
yeah.
it's come a long way.
But of
But like
course, his genius ass found a way to like
100%.
show that. But this is
But
we won't get on Guillermo right now because I'll talk forever about that man.
but the thing is with
Uh,
Resident Evil, I can already kind of tell you some things that are going to happen. There's going to be somebody who's experimenting with this virus that thinks it's going to be the next step in human evolution. Either them or someone they care about is going to end up injected with the virus, and it's going to be stronger than the normal strain that just made normal people zombies, and they're going to grow into this grotesque creature that has like these eyeballs and all these things growing out of it because it happens in every Resident Evil game, adaptation, whatever. um and in that and when you get that stuff, that's where like you get the blend where I would love to see the blend of practical effects and CGI.
yeah,
Because obviously, like if you get that perfect harmony down, you get a really cool creature there. Um, but yeah, man, like obviously, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think we have a great director on this, who is writing and directing, and obviously, we're gonna definitely cover it when we get that first trailer because that's gonna be really we're like, oh, bro, this looks like the crap, or hey, man, this guy might have something, and that's
yeah.
kind of where I'm at right now. I do think
I'm
he
looking
has something.
forward to it. I'm just like I got butterflies thinking
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
because I haven't played a lot of Resident Evil games, but this is a franchise that deserves a
Right.
good
They do.
adaptation at this point.
100%.
Like
100%.
it's been coming for a long time, and
It
it's
has.
not been a thing
And this is like
really.
the biggest like no hate to those originals, but like we have an established director here who's been again dominating the horror space. So we just gotta like letting him do his thing seems to be working
Right.
so far. Let's see how it works with an established IP.
He has two so far.
He does. He does. But
Remember,
well, I mean, we're gonna
remember the
see.
last director that had two, and I was waiting on that third one.
Have you? Did you watch Eddington?
I haven't watched Eddington yet.
No, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not either.
And I always say I'm gonna rewatch Bo at some point, but that's a commitment.
It's a
It's a
long
time
ass movie.
commitment.
It's a long ass movie
So
that you didn't like the first time. Yeah, it's tough. Because I've told myself I'll check it out too. Um, but yeah, it's really long. Now
I just want to hear Bill Hader on the phone. That's all.
that we know, now that we know.
But yeah, man, yeah, it's very much a wait and see type situation. All we can do right now is really this is all speculation.
Yeah,
This is all speculation. Like
100%.
we can always
Just
go
air it
off of
out.
what he said in an interview, and like when he makes this thing, it could be a completely different
For
situation.
sure,
What
things
he
changed.
was talking about, you know,
Things changed pretty drastic. Like literally,
like
weapons had a whole different cast as they were starting to make it.
and right now we have one cast member, one.
One. That's it.
That's the only you go out to IMDb, anything like that. He is the one cast member
Yeah.
that's listed. Like, I understand it's going to be a guy on a journey, like it's just following
He's
him,
walking on his
but
feet. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody else involved at some point. There's going to be like
Right.
a zombie or something
Probably a
that's
few.
played by a person.
Probably a few.
That's like
Yeah.
played by a person. So like, yeah, yeah. So it's very early to tell, but I mean, we love to speculate.
For
So,
sure.
you
And that's part of the whole thing of us adjusting to like having these conversations each week. Um, but I will say that does wrap us up here. We will gather the information, our hopes. I will say I already have a few ideas for topics next week. So get to thinking on yours, buddy. But this was fun. I do think this is a lot of fun. It's a bit different.
yeah,
But that's the whole point is just to be like a hangout chat, just talking about
yeah.
nerd shit. But Ernest, for more stuff like that, for all of our content, where can people find us?
So if you'd like to stay up to date with the show, you can find us out here on all these social medias, baby. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube, and Blue Sky, apparently. And if you'd like to reach us directly, you can find us at lifeisstorytelling@gmail.com. We appreciate any and all feedback, and we fucking love you.
We love you so much. Thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and have a great rest of your week.